is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Florida. And today our question comes to us from Claudia Blanton. And Claudia has this question. Claudia would like to know how to go about knocking on the spiritual door of a person whom she desires to have as a mentor, but she only desires to have them as a mentor in a spiritual sense, meaning a non-corporeal sense. And she would like to know how this could be done, or if it even should be done. And my answer to this is that I have known of this being done and have done it myself, and so I would see no reason not to do it. What you want to do is very simple. You would call forth their soul and speak to their higher self, and you do this by literally calling them forth and imagining them before you, just as if they were there physically, and speaking to them just as if they were physically there, although you don't actually have to speak out loud because it's a spiritual communication. And you tell them what you would like, and they will either say yes or no. And of course that is their choice. And in calling forth their soul, you're not compelling it to appear, you're asking it to appear. And it may or may not. But generally speaking, people will be receptive to this sort of communication. My late father practiced this technique as well as I practicing it myself, and he also felt that it was very effective. We never talked about the different ways that we did it, and that has to do with who my father was, but it's a practice that you find in a variety of backgrounds. And again, the idea is you call them forth and speak to their higher self, and this is very much like working with an ancestor. And Claudia says in her question she's never met this person, doesn't think she ever could meet this person, expects to never have physical communication with this person, but could she have spiritual communication? The answer is yes. And sometimes you will find that this will happen because they contact you rather than you contacting them. Spirit guides are not always people who are in spirit. Sometimes it's the higher self of people who are living, because the higher self has a wider purview than the conscious mind. Now, I'm not saying that this is common. I would not call it common, but it's far from unheard of, and it does happen more than you would imagine, both in terms of people seeking spiritual guidance from the higher self of people who are currently incarnate, and also the higher self of people currently incarnate acting as a guide to others. And it's no different than any other spirit guide or ancestor. And in those cases, too, you're working with the higher self. This is just doing it while an incarnation is in process. So it's absolutely possible. Whether the person that Claudia is interested in having as the mentor will choose to be a mentor to Claudia, I don't know. That's up to them. But can it be asked? Absolutely, and that is how you would do it. So that would be my answer. I hope you find it helpful, and until next time, may you blessed be.
Wheel of the Year. Wheel of the Year refers to the yearly cycle of the seasons and the sacred festivals that celebrate them. These festivals describe the process of involution and evolution on personal and seasonal and divine levels.